Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. It is the official release of Fusion Strike and I am really happy to be cracking this booster box open. I purchased this from my local game store for $130, which is pretty solid. Not the most expensive booster box, but not the cheapest one right now either. If you're looking for some booster boxes, Battle Styles is currently under $100 from a lot of different sources. Chilling Rain you might be able to find under $100, and Evolving Skies is currently going for around $120, $130 on a lot of different websites. I will have links down in the descriptions to a lot of these different products through Amazon if you're looking to see what their current price points are. You can also find these on StockX, TCG Player, eBay. There's just a lot of different sources for Pokemon cards right now. So all these prices are actually pretty solid. None of these prices are in the range that can be scalped. So we're going to do something kind of interesting. I got a white powder from my hand from that booster box because the wrapping is just really poor quality. Anyway, so we're going to do something a little bit different. My luck has been really poor recently, so we're going to play a new game. It's actually a really old game, and I haven't played it in a while, and that's to see, can we break even from a Sword and Shield Fusion Strike booster box. I purchased this for $130, and I want to see if I can bring back $130 worth of value. We're going to be accounting for everything besides the code card. Some of you guys can actually sell the code cards and bring some money in that way. Fusion Strike, for 36 booster packs of Fusion Strike, that's 36 code cards. That can be around $10, $20 as well, so it's not a bad deal. Maybe we'll add in the value of the code cards if I were not to give them away, just to really get an understanding of how much value is truly inside of a single booster box. And it's gonna vary for sure, but I would like to get close. I mean, $100 would be fantastic. Any more than that is just plain gravy. We're only really looking for a couple of cards. Sarina V, that's a pretty good start. The big cards that I am looking for is going to be the alternative art cards, alternative art cards, whatever you want to call them. There's a couple of big ones in this set. The biggest of them all is going to be Mewtwo. Ooh, new code designs on the back. That is really cool. Is this even possible yet? I don't know if it is. Available on mobile, tablet, and desktop. Is it actually available? Pokemon Live? I think Pokemon Live was delayed though, so I don't think this is actually possible yet. The Pokemon Company will let me know. Yeah, if I heard that correctly, the Pokemon Company decided to delay the release of the live version. There's going to be a new version for Pokemon trading card game to be played online. There's an old version. You can still play on it. It's very, very old. I mean, it looks like a game from 2005. It is old. But the new game doesn't look that fancy either. I was actually a little bit disappointed by how it looks. As someone who plays a lot of digital card game, I played Hearthstone, I play Magic Arena. I played a lot of the modern trading card games that are available online. And wow, they're all really solid in terms of user interface. And the Pokemon TCG, the new one, the Pokemon Live version, it looks okay. But considering the year that it's coming out, 2021, I'm expecting it to look really good. And as far as I see, it looks like a small update. It doesn't look as good as I would want it to be. So that's my one complaint. And they still have two different types of code cards, it looks like. There's a green back one and a white back one. So I don't know if that matters at all. We will see. Total value of this booster box is not doing so great yet, but we are going to count the bulk as well because I'd love to see the value of that as well. We've got Cinder Ace V. For 3 energy, you do 210 damage and you have to discard 2 energy. That's okay. There was an old Cinderace, and I like the old Cinderace as well. That one did a bit less damage, though. So far, we're doing okay. Still got a lot more booster packs to go. I would love to pull an alternate art card. Mainly a Mew. All the Mews are really good if you can pick up any of the Mews. Any version. It doesn't even matter if it's the regular VMAX or V version. They are all really fantastic. I would also love to pull some Gengar. Gengar is a really popular card inside of this set right now. I think the Gengar VMAX alternate art is actually going for more than the Mew VMAX alternate art. And so I would love to pull that card. I'm a huge Gengar fan. There are a lot of Gengar fans out there as well. Gengar is just so cool. Such a unique Pokemon. There's like no other design that is like it. You know, if you are a Gengar fan, there's nothing else that can really scratch that itch except for Gengar. So I would love to pull the VMAX version because it's just outrageous. I love the design of the Gengar VMAX. You can see his giant mouth in the background of the booster box. It's a really cool VMAX design, and I wish more of the Gigantamax version were like that, where they're really different, you know. Dynamax, really, I really want them to be like really special. And a lot of the time, the giant version of the Pokemon is just a bigger version of itself, which is a little bit boring. I would want it to be a little bit more interesting. Like, it's not just a bigger version of itself. It has some uniqueness, some flavor to them. And a lot of the cards are kind of missing that. We got ourselves Rillaboom V. So that's pretty good. I guess all of the Sword and Shield starters are in Fusion Strike as well. 3 Ultra Rare V. That is already a good start. Way better than my last booster box of Fusion Strike. We won't talk about that one. That one was abysmal. But this one's looking pretty good. Our goal is $130 to see if we can make back the total value of our Fusion Strike booster box, or how close we can get exactly. I don't know if any of these holo rares are valuable at all. If they are, Jake, when he's editing, he'll let us know. So let's just keep on cracking. Got a lot of booster packs to go through, and hopefully if you guys are interested, you can find some Fusion Strike for yourself. This set is exciting, and it's not that expensive compared to a lot of previous sets when you are, you know, really struggling to find any on store shelves. Like, I remember when Evolving Skies came out, wow, it was a challenge to find any Evolving Skies. I think Fusion Strike should be a set that you can pick up right now. Pretty much most sets are readily available right now at an affordable price. Do you want Shining Fates? Do you want Battle Styles? Do you want Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike? All of these modern sets that came out this year. I know a lot of people are talking about how store shelves are empty, but I'll be honest, I don't really go into stores to pick up a lot of Pokemon cards anymore. For less upside down Hoopa. Upside down Hoopa. I will take that. Upside down Hoopa full art V. Sure. I'll take it. I thought it was the full art Alessa Sparkle, but no, it was not. Oh well, that's a pretty good start. We still have plenty of opportunities for more pulls. It's not that uncommon to pull 2 full art cards from a single booster box, so hopefully we can do that. You should on average pull at least 1 secret rare inside of your booster box as well. And we've only pulled, we didn't pull a single secret rare inside of my last booster box of Fusion Strike. So hopefully that means this one has a higher chance of pulling a secret rare. I'm trying to stay positive. So far, we're doing okay in terms of the number of pulls. We're not even halfway through the booster box, and I'm already feeling really good about this one. I feel like the booster boxes from my local game store are always pretty consistent. The last booster box I got from them was actually Chilling Reign, or the last time I purchased from this specific store was from Chilling Reign, and that booster box had 2 alternate art card, a full art trainer card, as well as a full art V card. That was a stacked booster box. We got Dreepy, holographic reverse, and full art trainer. Full art trainer. It's one of the less popular ones, I think. Schoolgirl, that's what I thought it might have been. It's either Schoolgirl or Schoolboy. And the only way I thought of that was that I think the corners, you can probably see like Alessa or one of the other one like Shauna, because I think they take up more space than the whole entire card. But hey, this is a really solid booster box so far. I'm enjoying this booster box. That's my first full art trainer that I pulled in quite a while. So that's pretty good. We're not even halfway through the booster box and I'm loving my pulls so far. As far as I'm concerned, this is a really solid booster box so far. If we can get like an equivalent number of pulls for the second half of this booster box, I'd be so happy. Like, this is really solid. Way better than what I was hoping so far. And we still got a lot more to go through. We got ourselves Klefki, Totodile, Holographic Reverse, and Latios as our rare. 3, 2, 1, mark. Alright, here's the rest of our booster packs. Still got a nice hefty stack or two to go through. We're not even halfway through this booster box. I can't believe it. Not even halfway through. So I gotta start cracking these open a little bit faster. So far, I think we're doing really solid, and I hope you guys agree. If you can find yourself some Fusion Strike booster boxes inside of your local card shop, then hopefully they're going for an affordable price, because from the last couple of weeks, I heard that there was a Fusion Strike shortage, but it doesn't seem to be the case. There seems to be enough going around that most people are able to pick these up. I picked up 2 at $130, and it's pretty rare for my card shop to do something like that. Usually they do 1 item per person. This time they allowed me 2. I said, sure, give me 2 booster boxes. 1 I can keep sealed and we can open up later, or whatever. And a second one where we're cracking open today and seeing if we could bring back some value. Got a Rookie D, Skaters Park, and a VMAX card. It could be Rillaboom VMAX, Cinderace VMAX, Inteleon VMAX, Mew VMAX, Gengar VMAX. Oh! Greedent VMAX, no! Okay, it's alright. Wow! Of all the choices that we had, that was a true troll. Oh my goodness. Oh, of all the choices that I called out, I don't even know if there's a Rillaboom VMAX or a Cinderace VMAX inside of this set. I assume there is, because there's a Rillaboom V and a Cinderace V. I know for sure that there's an Inteleon VMAX, but then I thought about it in my head as I was calling out all those cards, and I said, well, this is a lot of VMAX. I don't know if this set has that. Oh, Dodrio V. I didn't even know Dodrio was in this set. Oh, that brings me back. I didn't even know Dodrio was getting a V card. That is so cool. We're already at 7 hits. This is equivalent to my last booster box. This is equivalent to my last booster box, and look at how many booster packs we still have left. This is way better. Wow. This is the same amount of hits as my last Fusion Strike booster box. And the hits this time, like these 7 hits are better. The last booster box of Fusion Strike, I pulled 1 full art card inside of the whole entire box, and that was pretty much it. So we've halfway through this booster box, I've already done a better job pulling than my last booster box. That's insane to me. I wish that there was some level of consistency inside of these booster boxes. I don't know how, but the Japanese sets are always super duper consistent. In the Japanese set, I always know that I can get 1 guaranteed secret rare, hyper rare card, and the packs always seem to get consistent pulls. So I don't know what's wrong with English in not getting consistent pulls. The booster boxes with 36 booster packs, you should be getting around the same amount of pulls every single time, but this is just ridiculous. 1 booster box, you get 7 hits, and the next you get like 10 or even higher. Like this booster box, we might get like 12 hits if this keeps up, which is just insane. My goodness. A God booster box? I'll take it. After how bad my last one is, I will happily take everything. Give me 2 alternate art cards inside of this booster box. Bring it back, please. Please, 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 please. We got Alessa Sparkle. Can we get the full art version of it? We've already pulled 2 full art cards, so I'm not expecting any more than that. Usually I get 2 full art cards inside of a single booster box. Maybe we can get 3. That's really, really unlikely. So the interesting thing is that B Max cards are actually considered full art cards. I guess it's true because they cover the whole entire card, but I feel like most people don't consider VMAX cards full art cards. I personally would not. They're in like their own little category. They are a little bit more rare to pull than some other cards, that's for sure. General thoughts on Fusion Strike, not a lot of people are super hyped for it, and that's okay. I think that means the set is a little bit easier to pick up. It is a fun set. It is a really large set. There is 264 cards, not including the secret rare. Once you include the secret rares, you go up to around 280, 290, which is a really large set. Someone asked me in the comments whether it's easier to collect Japanese sets or English sets. Which one is it easier to get a master set of? And in most cases, I would say the Japanese sets are a little bit easier. Actually, they're way easier. What am I talking about? And the reason why they're a lot easier to collect is because the Japanese sets are significantly smaller than the English set. The Japanese sets, you're talking about a set that's usually under 100 cards. Most Japanese sets run under 100 cards inside of the sets, so they are a little bit easier to pick up. They also don't really have holographic reverse inside of their sets, so you don't have to worry about that. If you want to collect a master set in English, you have to collect the holographic reverse of every single cards as well, and that's just too much. That's so many cards. The complete master set for Fusion Strike, you're looking at probably close to 500 cards inside of the master set for Fusion Strike, which is just ridiculous, right? That's so many. And I personally don't do that. There's usually a couple of cards that I want, like inside of this personal set, there's a couple of cards that I want, right? I want the alternate art Mew, I want the alternate art Gengar, I want the Alessa Sparkle full art, the Shauna full art, and that's pretty much some of the cards that I'm currently chasing after because they're all really gorgeous, really cool cards. They're gonna really pop out inside of my collection. So those are the big pickups for me personally, and with each person it's gonna be a little bit different. The Genesect V alternate art is a really cool card too. Wow. Is Genesect just like dancing in the street or what? Break dancing, right? That is such a cool card as well. And all these cards are going to look fantastic in display. You can frame them. You can have them on your shelf. To me, it's all about like how cool of a collection you can get, right? I want my collection to be something that I can show off, really pop out, and that's why I like all these cards, because they're just really, really gorgeous. That's what I like, is the art, the displayability, and the rarity is a nice factor. Because a lot of collectors, I'll be honest, we're kind of snobbish. We like having a card that other people don't have, you know? It's a good feeling when you're like, yes, I have this rare card and you don't. It's just a cool feeling to have. You can gloat to your friends like, oh yeah, you have that card? Well, I have this cooler card. So it's always like a flexing contest to see who has the cooler collection. I know one guy who went to my tournament during the Evolving Skies release, and he had a complete, I kid you not, his whole entire deck was like $1,000. He had like 4 alternate Umbreon V art cards inside of his deck. Every single card was the most expensive version of that card, and that deck was so expensive. I was like, you're playing with these cards? You're playing with like $1,000 worth of Pokemon card. And he's like, yeah, I just like playing the game. And I appreciate that, but you don't have to play the game with that expensive a deck. That deck can be $60 if he just went with the cheaper versions of them, you know. Actually, no, it probably wouldn't have. Even the cheap version of Umbreon V is probably a couple of dollars. So I guess the cheap version of his deck would probably ran him like $100 to $200, but significantly cheaper than what he was running. Like if I pull, you know, VMAX versions of Umbreon VMAX alternate art, I'm not going to be playing with that card. That's so expensive. My deck, the deck that I brought to the tournament was like a $100 deck, and I felt like that was already way too expensive. So wow, I can't believe what he was bringing. Our luck so far has dwindled significantly. I sort of expected that. Like, we weren't really going to get a booster box with 12 hits. That would have just been ridiculous. So we had a really strong streak at the beginning, and it's definitely died down a little bit. We still have a solid 7 or 8 booster packs to go through, so we still have a solid chance of pulling at least an alternate art card. Any Gengar VMAX, come on, come on. Do 3 seals front, toss that energy. Next booster pack, I'm moving very fast now. A lot of these are just common cards, and I've already seen most of them. Primeape, Holographic Reverse, Steelix, Holo Rare. This is the 4th one that I've pulled so far from Fusion Strike. Some people say like, hey, you should give some of the common cards respect. I do. I'm just really excited about the cards in the back. Usually when I'm done, I do sort through the cards, and I usually put at least 1 copy inside of my personal binder. I have a binder for every single set, but for most sets, they're pretty incomplete. But every now and again, I flip through it and I fill it in with whatever cards I am currently missing. We got Bolton V, looking a lot more feisty than the old version of Bolton V. I'm surprised. A lot of V cards are already getting reprints or a second version of them, and we're still missing a lot of V cards. There's still a bunch of Pokemon that I think deserve to have V copies of them, and they just never did. Did you guys see that? I'm not joking, right? I saw a flash of something back there. I saw a flash of something. I see something shiny in the back of this booster pack, and I'm excited to see it. So we're gonna go right through that Caterpie. We're gonna look at the Absol Holographic Reverse, and we got ourselves a Sydney Full Art Trainer. Second Full Art Trainer inside of a booster box. I'll take it. In most booster boxes, I don't even get a single Full Art Trainer, so that's really solid. This is a nice booster box. We got ourselves 9 pulls so far with 5 booster packs left. I am really happy with this result. Like, as someone who now collects a lot of Full Art Trainer cards, any Full Art Trainer cards that I can pull means it's another one I do not have to buy to get into my collection, which is always nice to see. 3 Full Art cards inside of a single booster box is very rare. Very rare. I haven't seen that in a long time, so I'm really happy with those results. 4 more booster packs to go. Can we end it up with a bang? I think this is already a really solid booster box. I think if this was your booster box, I think you'd be happy. Some people have messaged me in the past and said, hey Jake, I opened up a booster box. I got myself 4 ultra rares. Like, the rarest card that I got was a Dodrio V, and that's pretty much it. And sometimes I thought they were joking. I really thought like, yeah, your booster box can't be that bad, was it? And it was. Apparently it was that bad, because I'm a believer now. I believe that bad booster boxes do exist. I always knew that they existed, but I didn't realize how bad it could truly get for some of you guys. So you have my condolences, okay? I fully get you now. All right, final 3 booster packs. We can still get something pretty good. Worst case scenario, I'm assuming we're gonna get a holo rare. Best case scenario, maybe we can get ourselves an alternate art card. 2 booster packs left. The odds are not 0 yet. The odds are not 0. We still have a chance to bring home a big one, a big catch. Some of these catches are okay so far in terms of full art. I would have preferred seeing some other ones, but I'll take any of them. Like, I'm happy with any of these. So can we do it? Schoolgirl, the regular version, I'm surprised I haven't pulled this card yet. The regular version of it. Holographic Reverse. And in the back, we got Claydol. There's a Schoolboy version too, which I imagine is the exact opposite of the Schoolgirl version, where all the numbers are odds. The Schoolgirl is all about even numbers. I'm assuming the Schoolboy effect is pretty much the same, except all odd numbers, but I don't know that for sure. Final booster pack. Can I bring it home with something really good? Is this going to be our chase card back there? Maybe. Give me something good. We'll see. Totodile, Baneri, Dubwool, Holographic Reverse, and in the back, Swampert, Holo Rare, but I can't complain with luck like that. All right, the total on the screen is how much we've made from just the major hits in terms of value. We're going to add an additional $15 for the bulk. I'm assuming that's 300 common and uncommon cards. Those are usually the odds that I go by, which is 100 Pokemon cards for $5, which I think is okay. And then we're going to also add an additional $5 for our holographic reverse and holo rares. And that could really vary, but I think that's a pretty consistent. So we're going to add an additional $20 to our total for the rest of the bulk. So the total on the screen now is what the total value of this booster box is, including all the commons, uncommons, and hits. So did we make it to $130? Looking at the cards that we've seen so far, I'm gonna say no, but it wasn't a bad booster box. As far as a booster box go, I would say this one was pretty solid. Not the best one I've ever seen, but not bad. I would say this one is right in the mid tier. So you're going to get some booster boxes that are better than this, but you can definitely get some booster boxes that were worse than this. Overall, I would say I'm pretty happy with this result. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to enjoy putting these cards inside of my collection. I will sleeve them up, and I will see you guys next time.